The year is 1991, but the Iron Curtain still casts its shadow over the world. The Cold War never ended. The Soviet Union remains a bastion of power, its ambitions undeterred by time or diplomacy. NATO's control of the Atlantic has long been a thorn in Moscow's side. The GI-UK gap, a vital choke point for their forces, stands as a gateway to their supremacy. To breach it would tip the balance of power in our favor. At the heart of NATO's defense is the USS Iowa, a modernized leviathan of war, armed to the teeth with Tomahawk missiles. Behind it lies a network of advanced ships, submarines and aircraft, ready to crush any who dare challenge their dominion. But we are not unprepared. The might of the Soviet fleet sails together. Battle-hardened ships and courageous crews united under one mission: to break NATO's hold, to breach the gap, and to open the Atlantic into the motherland. The battle will be fierce, many will fall, but history will remember the day the Soviet Union stood strong and shattered NATO's blockade. The Atlantic will be ours, while the waters will become our grave. Hey guys, and welcome back to Sea Power. Today's mission is a veritable showcase of a whole lot of different mods. There's the Packed Enhanced Lethality, which will give my forces a bigger punch, as well as a bigger defense. There is the mod called New Threat Upgrade, giving the NATO forces not only very good detection capabilities, but also very good defensive and offensive capabilities. We also find the VLS Iowa mod in here. It is somewhere out here. I don't exactly know where, but we can be sure that it's out there somewhere. There's also potentially, and this is potentially because I'm not sure if it's actually spawned in, because it's on a random spawn, the HMS Swifture, a mod by Brother Monroe. Now there's a lot of different threats. I have created this mission myself. You can find the video on that listed down below. It is not quite the same mission because I had so many mission units that the mission was just really not doing very well in the frame rate. So I decided to change the mission up a bit, and if you've seen that video, well, you'll see what I have removed. If you haven't seen the mission, well, we're gonna get threats from every different direction. But I thankfully do have some air support of my own, although it is still en route. A couple of Tu-22 M2s sporting the AS-4 Delta Kitchen with a range of 335 miles. So at present, they're still going to be taking about, I think, an hour, maybe 2 hours to get into range. But once we get there, yeah, 1322, so an hour 20. Once we get there, we'll be able to start popping these missiles. I mean, this is already 300 nautical miles, so I definitely got some range on these birds. But I do want to be a bit patient. I have one submarine, the K316. This is an Alpha class sub. They can be a little bit difficult to use because they tend to be a bit loud. She has already detected something out here. And based on what this is, it's most likely a merchant. So I'm going to classify this particular contact as neutral. As I mentioned, there are some random spawns, which means that there is a decent chance that we will find a couple of neutral ships somewhere around this area. There could be one here right now. Is that a neutral? Yes, that's a merchant. Neutral C. We already have one EM contact up there, so that's something using its own radar. Most likely an F-15C or F-15A, so most likely took off out of Reykjavik to try and do us harm. As for our formation, what assets do we have? Well, plenty. We have the Buvoy. This is a Sovremeni class. We have Lobov, which is a Slava 90. She's a modernized Slava class, thanks to the Packed Enhanced Lethality mod. We also get a couple of Grishas to keep the submarines at bay. And over here in the back, we got two Udaloys to make sure that we can either shift these things forward and aid with our missile defense, or we can use them as additional dedicated submarine hunters. These submarine hunters, however, these helicopters, also now get an anti-ship loadout, so I can load them up with kayaks, the AS-20, which I believe was called the Harpunski, or at least referred to as such. And the Harpunski is very capable. 70-mile range, 560 knots, active radar homing missile, so that definitely gives these helicopters a lot more points than they normally would be getting. Regarding this front helicopter here, I'm going to use this as a bit of spotter. I know I already have my submarine out there, so I won't need that much spotting capability. But I still want to have a quick radar search in case, for some reason, the submarine missed anything. But as of right now, it didn't actually miss anything. Let's see, you're 67 miles behind. I'm going to push you to periscope depth. And I'm going to have a look, or rather, a detect with the ESM mast once we get up there. The other helos. Let's get these boys to drop some sonar buoys here. Because while I have Grishas, I do want to be a bit more careful. And potentially, sonar buoys are going to detect everything that I need. Hold Alt, there we go. Hold Alt, right click, and you got a sonar buoy spread. The other helo is going to do the same thing, right around here. For the time being, I'm going to pretend to be a merchant group, so I'm going to go 13 knots. I'm not going to use any radar as of yet. I want to stay dark. What I do want to do is shift these Udaloys forward, because they're very capable of defeating missiles with their own SAN-9. So let's change the formation up, and also slowing down is going to definitely give these guys some time to speed up and take a position where I want them. Let's give them a bit more range. So let's say the Panteleev and Zakharov are going to go there. Let's say right on the outskirts of the screening force. Bulvoy is going to go forward, MKP, MPK is going to go forward. There. I'm going to keep my Slavas with me. That's the plan. We have 7004 classified hostile air. That's an E2C. Ah. There's the airport, which I kind of plunked down, looks like in the middle of Reykjavik. Don't mind it. But we will be seeing some visitors from that airfield at some time. A little later, the Panteleev and Zakharov are now in a better position. I'm going to use these as my radar pickets, so that I don't have to expose the powerful radar that is on the Kirov. So let's turn on the active sonar, yes, the air search and surface search. Air search, surface search, we got a new radar contact. Oh, hello. What's the range to that? Panteleev has range 47 miles. And you got a range of 58. I don't like this. They can identify themselves. If they don't, let's not respond. If they don't, we're going to start shooting. So, SAN-20, new weapon. 83.5 mile range. Let's use them. One there. One there. First time the Kirov fires in anger. There's also something else out here. Does not respond. 80 miles out. Altitude 36,000 feet. I think we can only guide 2 of these missiles in. They are ridiculously quick. They can do 4,100 knots at maximum velocity. Of course, they're not traveling at this, well, the whole time. They're already bleeding up speed, doing 3,300, which is still very fast. Altitude 60,000 feet. They're going where the altitude, where the atmosphere is shallow. Where the atmosphere isn't as dense as opposed to some people. And where I might be able to get a quick elimination on whatever this is. Still doing 6 knots only, although we do have some ships going far faster. Such as the Panteleev. They were rushing into position, so I'm only doing 24 knots. At this point, I should be able to use the VDS as well. You're still doing 32 knots. You're too fast. Okay, you're coming down from 57,000 feet. What's that? Yeah, that has to be the aircraft. There. Right there. Oh, and he went for the flares. That's a B-52. That's a problem. Is the other one also going to go for the flares? You're still transiting. Okay. Can we launch another missile, please? Let's turn on that new command. Air defense free. This will engage, will enable the Kirov to engage whatever it sees fit. So if there is a hostile air contact, it will engage it. Okay, friend, you get one opportunity to identify. Does not respond, you're hostile. You. No response. Hostile. It's a B-52G. They appear to be short a few harpoons. Okay. How good is that air search radar of yours? Because if it's not good enough, we're gonna have to activate some other search. Strut pair. 149 mile range. Okay, let's hope that's good enough. We also got the cross sword for 24 miles. If these are harpoons, and they're missing, they're already coming in. Oh, and they're going to 2,000. There they are. Oh boy, there's 6, 7, 8 of them. Yeah, and here's the problem with going under MCON. I know some people swear by it. Some people always go, oh yeah, no, you don't need to activate your radar. And yeah, and if you do, right, if you do, you're going to get detected. In this case, I am quite happy that I have the radars on these Udaloys on. Because otherwise, I would probably not have seen these missiles and would have been on the receiving end of a grave amount of damage. I think we are at 1,100 feet. I probably can't shoot that low. Target's not detectable with fire. Yeah, with the FCR. Fire control radar. But these things are. How low can we shoot those? Oof. About 9 miles, I think. That's a problem. There's a whole swarm going north? What, to my escorts? I mean, if you want them, sure. Formation orders. I want everybody to light up like a Christmas tree. 'Tis that time of year. Formation. Also turn on your surface search, because sometimes these sea-skimming missiles get detected by surface search only. With the MPK-17 already going after these missiles. I think what happened here is that they decided to go after the Zakharov, because it has the profile of a warship. It was doing so much speed, it was going so fast, that they decided that that was going to be their target. The rest of them, not getting engaged yet. You're going to have to work hard to defend yourself here. Not so sure the Kirov is going to be able to help. Oh boy. I stand corrected. There's a whole lot of them coming for the Lobov. Oh boy. Shall we not lose a couple of ships right at the start, please? Yeah, we're definitely going to lose one escort. These missiles are going to be very difficult to stop. We have intercepted at least one of them. This is when that Udaloy VLS really comes into play. We got 53 more missiles, and we can launch them very quickly. Look at her go. It looks spectacular. Is it enough? We've been hit, says the MPK-17. Yeah, that's my picket. That was kind of unavoidable. Oh, great, there's another wave. Yeah, that's that wave going for the Lobov. We got the Panteleiev trying to defend. You're going to engage an air track with guns. Okay, that's an interesting option. Come on, is there any particular reason you're not shooting? Thank you. We got those missile launchers, let's go. How are we doing here? We got three more harpoons coming in with one trailing behind, 4. So far, it seems that the Zakharov has done a very admirable job trying to defeat these missiles. Intercepted, intercepted. Still got 2 inbound. So far so good, boys. Keep it up. Missed? Missed. We're out of time. Hit. Oof. That ship's out of the fight. With most of our sensors destroyed and the ship on fire, I don't think she's going to be able to survive that. As for my ship here, the Lobov, She's still getting threatened by at least 2 harpoons. Come on, Sea-Wiz. Have at it. 0.6 miles. 0.47. I think we got both. Yeah, the Kaliningrad intercepted one. And the Sea-Wiz got the other one. Okay. Close. Very close. This is coming in at 80,000... No, sorry, at 85 miles. Altitude 30 feet. 30,000. I can't engage that yet, can I? I need 83 miles. You're striking... Unknown? I think he might not have a target yet. He might be getting spoofed by ECM. You got close there. That's the Buvoy. Sovremeni. That is really close. Oh, we got him. Nice work, boys. Nice work. So we did lose one ship. And one's badly wounded. Yeah, one's... the second one's dead too. Heavy hull damage, slight flooding. Start abandoning ship, because beyond that one polynom, I think we're done. Everything's inoperable. Okay. Well, we defeated at least one wave of missiles. There's a flight of 4 somethings. Altitude 37,000 feet. F-15s. Okay, so at least that won't be that much of a problem for my surface ships. But for my helicopters here, that's not good news. That is not good news. I'm gonna stay 6 knots. I'm perfectly happy staying 6 knots. But that was when I was doing MCOM. I'm not doing MCOM. That's standard. Yeah, Zakharov is down. Okay. Let's see. Can we go to ahead 1/3 and come to above the layer? Maybe my sub can detect something. So far my sonobuoys haven't detected anything, and there's 40 miles away to the next sonobuoy, so I can definitely go at a better speed here. As for you, at 27 knots, probably increasing speed, you'll not really be able to hear much. So definitely relying on the sonobuoys here. Radar contact. Yeah, it's that formation again. We keep popping in and out of view. Range 83 miles. Yeah. Too far. Not by much, but enough. Yeah. We definitely need to get closer there. That's under perfect conditions. Oh crap, there's more inbound. That's those B-52s dropping more ordnance. Panteleyev still has 26 surface-to-air missiles. She's preparing to engage. Range 8 miles. No, 6 miles on the gauntlet. Oh, there's another. Come on, boys. Get it done. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 missiles inbound. I think we might lose another Grisha here, but I won't lose any sleep over that. I'm sorry. I don't find Grishas to be particularly appealing ships. Not visually, and not practically. I don't think I've ever found a submarine with a Grisha, let alone killed it. You're gonna burn through your surface-to-air missiles very quickly. You're down to 20 now. Are there more? No. Not presently. A few missiles inbound. Missed. Getting fairly close now. Gauging with the... what is that? A 57mm. Okay. Hey, if it works... I mean, I've seen missiles get shot down by a 5-inch, so... I'm not getting surprised by anything anymore. Missed. Go on. Missed. Go for the Buvoy. Buvoy is also very capable of defending herself with the SAN-7s. Ideally quickly. 5 miles out, 4 miles out. Engaging with guns as best I can. Oh crap, there's another. And the annoying bit is I can't actually touch these. Because they're too far away. Still haven't nailed any of those missiles. Missed. Missed. This is getting quite close. I think they're not going for my Grisha. Based on the profile, they're going for the sinking Zakharov. Oh, that's fine. Oh, no. No, not my cruiser. Sorry, destroyer. Full voice class. Sorry, yeah, Sovereign's class is a DD. That blew up most of the stern, including Sea Whiz. Fun. And still, I'm just sitting here waiting for more punches. Waiting for more missiles. That's annoying. Yeah, this is definitely going for the already sunk Zakharov. Well, failed, but it tried. A little later, I finally sent forth the Ka-27, and for some reason the F-15 patrol over here has not paid it any mind. Maybe they don't know it's there. But I have found something. Something doing 26 knots, and something else doing 26 knots. I'm only 70 miles out, which can very well put me in harm's way. Given that these are most likely hostile units, I think it is time to use that Soviet range advantage. It is time to start sending the shipwrecks. As well as some other missiles, because with the loss of the Buvoy, that is unfortunately a loss of some serious firepower. Those SSN-22s would not have had range, they would have had to come into play later, but it's still not a ship I wanted to lose. What I can do is send the smaller SSN-12s after them. I don't exactly know what we're facing yet. They don't have a radar on, so the only way that I'm detecting them is with my own radar. I'm going to try and get a little closer, and if this helicopter dies in the process, well, so be it. But ideally, I'd race the K316 into range, because with her sonar, she should be able to detect something. So we're going to go very deep. And we're going to figure out what those things are by virtue of sonar. That way I don't have to expose the helicopter too much. Now, we still got only 2 of them. And in the meanwhile, we're going to close the distance with the Soviet ships against those F-15s, because they're still too far. I still can't engage them. They are unfortunately out of my reach. As for my air wing, what am I going to do with you? You're 500 miles away. Let's group up here. And maybe we can actually go with a missile attack against some targets at the same time as my other ships do. What's the speed on an AS-4 Delta? 2,950 knots. Okay. That's a fast one. That's much faster than any of the ship missiles that I have. Huh. Maybe I can make that work. As I'm getting into position, we have another 2 contacts coming in. I think these might be the B-52s coming back for potentially another run. So let's have the Kirov actually engage them this time around. Oh, come on. All that advertised range and we still are limited by fire control radars. Yeah. But they're closing in. They're closing and they're closing. If they went back to Reykjavik to rearm, this is going to be a problem. Engage with the SAN-20. There's one. Unfortunately, it does seem that those missiles can still get distracted by flares and the nonsense like that, so I might not be able to immediately get kills, but we've got plenty more missiles. Now, these aircraft here are making it a bit difficult to continue deploying sonobuoys, so I've deployed as many as I dare out the way to about 28 miles. And now I'm going to fly my helicopter back and wait for those F-15s to get shot down. But first, these boys, these are a higher priority. If these B-52s continue to drop missiles at me, they will take me apart bit by bit. And increasingly quickly at that. Oh, and they got defensive jamming as well. Isn't that nice? There's one. There's two. Come on, please get it. There's flares. You are not what I was expecting. You're an EA-6B. Or at least an A6 something. If those start jamming me, this is going to get increasingly annoying. Okay. Engage them again. Both. If they start jamming me, and this is the Iowa, and it sends me a missile volley, I'm gonna have lots of trouble. 150 miles. I'm not sure if the AI knows how to jam. But I guess I'm about to find out, because my radar screen will suddenly go blank. Also, if these things start firing anti-radiation missiles at me, I have different issues. Because that will knock out my radars, and once my radars are knocked out, good luck defending yourself. It makes these things so annoying. Yeah, it's an EF-6B. It's just the jammer version. Just the jammer. No harms. Got one. So not the B-52s, this is something else. Just an electronic warfare bird. Oh, and you went for the flares. Are we getting jammed? I think we might be. Because Panteleev is displaying a signature that I have not seen before. You still got sonobuoys. Let's go drop them here. Away from the F-15s. Can we nail this bird? Yes. Well done. That's them gone. The end of their electronic warfare capability, at least as far as we can see right now. You're 150 miles out. With decent convergence zones, maybe we can hear them. Let's stay here. Slow down. 12 knots. Give me a quick update on what their position is. There's 3 now. Okay, remove this. And remove this. This is the new position. 1, 2, 3. MCOM. So relative to you, that's 148 miles. Go above the layer. Unfortunately, the torpedoes on this thing are not spectacular. Wake homers. I don't like them. Too finicky. Range of these aircraft, 54 miles. Oh, just outside. But all of a sudden they're pushing in. I don't like that one bit. That's getting a little uncomfortable, because if they start hunting down my ASW hunters... Well, my submarine hunters at that. It's going to get very, very annoying to deal with any submarines. Because I have to go very slow. Very, very careful. And just comb through the waters with active sonar. Oh boy. Never mind your go home objective. I need you to change your course. I need you to push into that missile. Because hopefully it'll not have enough turn time. Phew. Never mind that. Fine. Be like that. Let's remove the sonobuoys for the time being. I want to see where my units are going. I'm going to keep this K-27PL safe. Well, if there is such a thing. Ah! Bastards. These F-15s are going to pick off everything I have. If given enough time. They sure have enough missiles for it. And this thing is almost defenseless. Chaff might get it. Yeah, Chaff got it. There's nothing I can do except shoot down those aircraft. There. 3 of them. And 1's trailing. Surprised they haven't popped flares yet. There it is. We're not falling for it apparently. But what the hell? No joy on both. Anybody else got missiles that we can use? SAN-6 is 50 miles, but that's on paper. Okay, air defense free. Air defense state weapons free. Go after him. I'm done losing my helo hunters. No, not helo hunters. I'm done losing my helicopters to these bastards. Is that AIM-7M? Well, we might get it chaffed, but I doubt it. I can't rely on that. Chaff already deployed. Yeah, missile dunked. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get those missiles here. Air defense weapons free. Engage at will. Looks like the gargoyles might not be included in that last plan just yet. Let's go with our own missiles. SAN-6, 50-mile range. Can we use those as well? This should give those F-15s something else to worry about. Okay, we're not getting them... No, actually we're still not above the layer, so we don't know. Get those F-15s away from me. Quickly. Not sure why that one guy broke formation, but he's going fairly slow. Missed it. We definitely have enough missiles to worry about. Unfortunately, that's going to come at the expense of my own missiles to defend my ships. If and when we're going to be seeing more ship missiles coming in. That looks like it might... There we go. Might hit him. Missed. How many missiles you guys got left? Loads. At least they should be getting a little worried. But by the looks of it, they're not changing course whatsoever. What are you doing? Wow. All those missiles and nothing hits? There you go. There's only one of them left. Not a moment too soon as far as this pilot's concerned. Get him? Nope, you got distracted, but you didn't. You also got distracted. No! He's coming in for the dive. Are you gonna make a gun run on me or what? No, he's just gonna park it into the ocean. Yeah, sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do that. That's an interesting way to play. But sometimes they do. What? An AGM-109? No, an RGM-109. Wait. From what, here? Isn't the RGM the submarine version? I need you to scout out the place now. Because we're looking for something that launched missiles from in there. And I like nothing about that. Yeah, a missile like almost spawned in from here or got detected here by its own emissions. Another one. Problematic. Gotta hunt that down quick. And hope that our 6 surviving ships are gonna be enough. Or is that a Tomahawk? Hold on. I think I got it wrong. Iowa class. RGM, they're Tomahawks. It's not a submarine that we're hunting. We're getting engaged by Tomahawks. Which are taking their sweet time getting here, apparently. So, maybe I can still get out of range, but I doubt it. I'm going to turn my smaller ship's broadside on. Just to try and survive as long as possible. And I'm going to turn your radar active. And now I'm going to start shooting back. I've had enough of these bastards. We got 12 S's and 12s. Range, adequate, 297. Give me a salvo of 8. Engage that target. That's a large. This is a very large. I'm going to send the last of our 4 missiles after that. So that's going to be the very large. They're going to get engaged by that. Yeah, the other one. Let's go with another 8. And another 8. It gives them 20 missiles to worry about. Which for an Iowa, with the VLS upgrades, might not even be that difficult to deal with. So I think we're also going to have to pitch in with the rest of the missiles here. If this does not work, we'll just figure out along the way what else is going to work. With this mod, I can now fire all of my missiles at the same time, and they will all form a hive mind and just start dictating targets between the 2 of them. Or between the 20 of them. That's the spruance. Okay, so the whole surface group is now going to start shooting. Missiles there, missiles there, missiles there. Unfortunately, the only ships that can't really pitch in are the escorts here. They will just have to, well, die. Preferably not, but I guess that's going to be their fate. Anyway, now that those those Tomahawks are properly identified, I can just continue laying my sonobuoy spread as is. The sonobuoys, map layers. Yeah, see, we already got buoys there. All 109Bs. Just a lot of them. And how many do those things carry? Surface ships. Battleship. Iowa. Doesn't say. Here, Iowa 89. And what are you precisely? Getting difficult to detect the main ship here. Here we go, 33 miles out. Can't engage that. I can engage those though. Roll idle. I'm getting an intermittent detection. That's a problem. With an intermittent detection I cannot launch. I need something a little more solid. Especially considering that these are, I think, command missiles. Or do they have radar homing? Semi-active radar homing, okay. It's the naval version of the S-300. If any of my ships now die, I at least will have done a whole lot of damage to them as well. Oh, there's another. They all lit up. Don't know what that is yet. That's hostile as well. They're 140 miles out. Okay, fine. Go very deep. And try to run after it. The rest of you, try to defend yourself. And turn Lobov and Ustinov over here sideways. So that if we don't have enough missiles to defeat the incoming missiles, we're at least going to have some big target profiles. Ideally, though, I have 100 missiles per cruiser. Give or take. So I should be able to eliminate all of those incoming Tomahawks. There they are. 28 miles out. And all I can do is sit here and wait. That's frustrating. At this point, I'm going to end the video. In the next part, we're going to see how well those missiles will do. As you can see, with all these mods installed, it becomes a lot of back and forth with missiles. I sent mine, they sent theirs. Let's see who hits first. See you guys in part 2. Unless, that is, you're a member, you can watch it right away. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for more.